Hey guys, it's Nick from Go again. Today I'm going to show you the ultimate cleaning and or repair guide for your Graco CleanShot. Three main things that we look for over time. First thing is your needle inside here can get scoring from continuous backwards and forwards against the nozzle housing. Two is the seal inside the swivel can split or deteriorate, causing paint to come out of here, or the spring inside here that allows you to wind the needle in and out can get gummed up and stiff, which means that, again, that needle isn't reaching and sealing on that end cap. So let's pull it apart and clean it and give you a closer look. Because Graco is an American product, we recommend using Imperial measurements or Imperial tools. So for example, I'm going to be using a 3/8 inch driver with a 5/8 inch socket and a 7/16 inch socket. Now the 7/16 inch socket is to take off that locking nut that sits on the swivel. Once you've got it off, you're then just going to wiggle and pull, and that swivel comes straight off. So once you remove your swivel, you'll have 3 O-rings. You've got that brown one in here and 2 white ones, which will be in your repair kit if it needs to be repaired. Just check that there's no paint when you do take it off, that there's no paint build up here. Just give it a wipe down and a clean up. If you do need the repair kit, this is what's included. Once it's all cleaned up and you've checked these seals are intact, we're ready to put it back together. As easy as just slipping it straight over. In the same way you pulled it off, just give it a bit of a wiggle and it'll pop straight through. And then put the locking nut on. Be careful with the thread. Just go back and forward until it's ready to go on. And you're just doing it till it's tight because it will continue to swivel. Once you finish putting it back together, we're going to move on to the next step, which is getting rid of your 7/16 and bringing in your 5/8. That's used to not only take off the rear section where the spring is, now this is the spring and needle kit that comes out of the back, and it's the same size for the front section where you screw your tip and guard onto. Be careful not to lose that brass washer. So once you pull it apart, most common things to look for is scoring on the end of that tip, paint skins or paint buildup inside your spring, or paint buildup around this O-ring. You'll also find paint buildup inside the cap, and it might need a clean, or even paint buildup inside the actual CleanShot. Once you've got it all cleaned up and you're ready to put it back together, what you're going to do is just put this back section in first. Make sure that the pin is wound out. Just do it hand tight for now. And we're going to put the cap on. This one we'll do up tight. And then we'll go into the back. Make sure that your spring is wound all the way back. So you'll notice that it can wind in and wind back out. Make sure it's all the way out. And you'll just wind in until it stops. And that's tight and back together. And you can now wind that in. The reason we leave that wound out is to prevent scoring on the end of the needle when we're putting it back together. Once you've got it all back together and it looks like this, you can now screw your tip and guard back on. And you should be good to go. Happy spraying.